Welcome back, football fans, to another episode of the Prediction Show. It is the 4th of January, Saturday, and that is where our focus will be for today's games. And if you want a video tomorrow, just hit the like button, 500 likes, and I'll be back here for Sunday's games. There may have some tasty fixtures on Sunday as well. Liverpool, Manchester United, just one of many of the games, but let's focus on Saturday. Also coming up on today's video, I'm going to create a quick filter. 4 goals. We're going to put together a double or a treble, we'll see, and then we'll play man versus machine, of course. And a very first on this channel, I'm going to be showing you predictions from the community via Discord. They've been very busy, very active, posting predictions for Saturday and Sunday's games, so I will get some of them shared on this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to start with the football form guide. So this is the Football Form Guide, a brand new tool on OddAlerts. At the moment, we are looking at games lost, and we are looking at the last 6 games for all teams in the EFL, the 92. So the Premier League and the EFL. And this is actually quite remarkable, the amount of zeros here. This means that teams are unbeaten. We've got 10 teams that are currently unbeaten in 6 games or more. Birmingham, who are playing Wigan, who do love to keep things tight. Unders could be the play in that one. Walsall's game has been postponed, so this Tranmere game is actually their next fixture. Bromley are away at Crewe, and Burnley Blackburn is a fierce rivalry. That's an interesting one to look out for. Arsenal away at Brighton. I'm feeling BTTS for that one. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leeds away at Hull City, also unbeaten. Fulham unbeaten in 6. And hosting Ipswich, who of course just got their first home win of the season. Now they go away to Fulham. What are you thinking for that one? We will open it in a new tab, of course. Leyton Orient, Shrewsbury. Leyton Orient also flying. Bournemouth flying, of course. They are hosting Everton. Been some classic scorelines between them in Premier League history. And Liverpool hosting Manchester United. As I said before, if you want a video for that game, a bet builder for that game, some analysis for that game, just get your comments in and hit that like button. 500 likes, and I will be back here tomorrow morning. That is a promise. So we will jump back and forth from the football form guide in this video and to other tools as well. We're going to create a quick filter for goals, so stay tuned for that. What we're going to do now is take a look at the first game of the day in the Premier League, Tottenham against Newcastle. And we've got a first prediction to be shared from Discord. I've got my own prediction for this one as well, and we've got one from David. So let's take a look. So this is from David on Discord. Thank you for sharing, David. He's gone with Newcastle a draw and over 1 goal at 1.5. And then he's paired it with another game from today, Palace to lose at home to Chelsea, and again over 1 goal. And there is some data and research and reasoning behind this. As you can see, I mean, Tottenham at the minute with the injury crisis. Udogie's out now again. The 2 centre-backs are out, obviously. They're on about starting Basuma and Dorrington, an 18-year-old, at the back against Isak, who is in absolutely sensational form. And yeah, Spurs not won at 5 in home. We will jump to the Spurs game, take a look at the data. Thank you for sharing, David. What do you think about this double that he's on, 3.15? Let us all know in the comments. Any comment automatically entered into a draw to win OddAlerts Pro. So let's now take a look at the game, and I'll share my predictions as well for this one. So there's not much in it. If we're looking at overall form, home versus away, both teams have won 4 out of 10, which is not great, especially for Spurs at home. We can look at their home form and you can see that they are just conceding for fun at the moment. 4 against Chelsea, 6 against Liverpool, 2 against Wolves, and they're just the home games. It is absolutely bonkers. They did have that 5-0 against Southampton, which turned out to be Gary O'Neill's final game. Shows how bad they were at that moment in time. But look at this from Newcastle. 2-0 at Manchester United, 3-0 at home to Villa, 4-0 against Ipswich, and Leicester 4-0 as well. So no goals conceded in the last 4 games. And let me just show you, after we look at their away form, and we can see that they've scored in all but 1 of their away games. They only failed to score at Everton, which is, if you look at some teams' form, it's quite strange. Whenever they have a gap where they didn't score, it's usually against Everton, who, you know, amazing at keeping clean sheets, not so good at scoring their own goals. So now let me just show you my predictions for this one, and I'll give you a bit of reasoning as well. So this is my prediction, my little double in-game bet builder for this one. Newcastle to score more than once, and Jacob Murphy to have a shot on target at threes, and I think Jacob Murphy is a bit of an outsider. Everyone will usually just gravitate towards Gordon, Isak, Bruno, Joe Linton, but Jacob Murphy in that 4-game stretch has been pretty fantastic, to be honest. Plenty of shots, assists, goals. He's been performing really well. He is susceptible to being taken off around 60, 70 minutes, but let's see how this one goes. I think he's got a lot of energy, and without a proven left back at Spurs, and certainly no centre backs, I think Newcastle are going to have a lot of joy, a lot of shots, and what's to say Jacob Murphy doesn't have one of those shots in the form that he is in. My analysis here basically just says that Newcastle and Tottenham, they're in the top 3 across all English teams at the moment for goals scored across the last 6 games, but the difference in these teams is goals conceded for sure. Whereas Newcastle have, 4 clean sheets in the last 5 games. Tottenham are conceding for fun during that same period, as we just saw. So this is my prediction. Let me know yours in the comments. This is the early game today, 12:30 kickoff English time, and my prediction is that there is going to be goals. Obviously, that's a weak prediction, but this is why I didn't go with the result on the bet builder, because we've seen Tottenham in recent times, even at home. What was it against Manchester United? They conceded 2 or 3 goals and still won the game. This is what could happen, because they've still got Kulusevski, they've still got Brennan Johnson, Solanke. Son isn't playing that great. Maddison capable of doing something out of nothing. So let's see how this one goes. I'm really looking forward to watching it, that's for sure. Now let's jump back to the site, because we are going to create a quick filter for goals today. And I'm going to share this with you in the pinned comment and in the comments as well. And quick filters is just one of the many tools available to pro users. We're going to lean on the probability model here, the probability model that has powered the profitable value betting system on OddAlerts for years now. So we can say, show me games where, let's go 65%, and we'll just hit search, and we'll just see how many games we get. So we still get quite a few games, 65% and over. Not too many. It's a nice shortlist, isn't it? I don't see too many games from the Premier League or from the Championship. We get one, and it is Spurs Newcastle. We've got under 21 games from Leeds. Now it's ordered by time. What we can do is click the sort button, and it will automatically sort it for us. So the Leeds game is top of the pile, and we can see that there is some pretty high probabilities here. This is for over 1.5 goals. What you can do is just scroll, and then you'll see that 77.9 is the highest. So 77.9, which is 1.28. Now, what we can also do on quick filters, you can add in many stats here as well. So you could say, show me games where teams have scored in every game this season, or the home team has scored an average of 3 or more goals. You can do all of that. But what I'm just going to do here, because I trust the probability model, we're going to go to the odds section, and we're going to go to over 2.5 goals, and we're going to say, show me games that are 1.4 or more, and then we will hit search, and it should drastically reduce the number of games, you would think. We're going to look at the odds that are on offer right now, and you can see the Leeds game at the top has gone. We've got a game from the Scotland League here, over 2.5 goals, 1.4, 1.57 here, just where the mouse is on the right, 1.57. A few games here. What's the peak odds here? 1.75 again in the Scottish Highland Leagues. We've also got 1.57, seems to be the peak, 1.75 from Sao Paulo. So what I'm going to do is share this. Oh, Lyon Montpellier, 1.4. So this could be a good shortlist for you for doubles. What I'm going to do is share this in the description and in a pinned comment as well. And whilst you're down there in the comments, don't forget to leave your predictions for this weekend. Now, let's jump back to the Discord predictions from people. There was plenty of games from Scotland on that shortlist, and we've got another here from Discord. This comes from S. Great username. After a slow start to the season, Edinburgh City have won their last 4 games to 0, and most recently against top of the table, Elgin. Bonnyrigg have won only 2 away wins all season. Lost 3 out of the last 5, conceding 15 goals. So 2.8 for the home win looks like a decent bit of value there. Thank you, S. Let's see how that one goes. And yeah, thank you as always for sharing on Discord. S did not stop there. He posted again, and it is a team that we love on this channel. If you've watched the channel in 2024, you will know that Wrexham have been a firm favourite for us, and Wrexham and over 2.5 goals at 2.37 is the play here, and you can see Wrexham's home form, nothing short of phenomenal. He says won 85%, they are unbeaten as well. What's interesting here, and we'll take a look at this game because it might make up a part of our selection here on the channel for Man versus Machine. Wrexham and win over 2.5 goals has landed in 8 out of 13 games this season, home games that is. So this selection at home, 8 out of 13 times. That's pretty good for the odds as well. Peterborough, their games have been filled with goals. I can't speak today. Let's take a look at this game in a bit more detail. So in terms of goals scored, 2.08, and in terms of goals conceded for Peterborough, it is 2 goals per game away from home. No nil-nils this season, no clean sheet either. 54% clean sheet ratio, but in recent weeks, Wrexham have been conceding. I'm pretty sure of it, yeah. In the last 5 games, they have conceded. Will that run continue? Because I imagine BTTS is much better odds than the win, let's say. 1, 2, 3 games at home in recent times they have conceded. And for Peterborough, if we look at their form, it is not good at all, is it? Not good at all, but they have been scoring goals. And as S mentioned on Discord, they have scored in the majority of their games. I think for this one, I'm gravitating towards over 2.5 goals or BTTS. What do you think is the option with less risk? Peterborough certainly scoring against the majority of teams away from home. Wrexham, plenty of clean sheets at home, but not at this stage of the season. What do you think? I'm going to go with BTTS at 1.75 here for my EFL/Premier League double. And now let's find another game to pair with that. Now we jump back to the football form guide and we take a look at goals for. So 19 goals for Liverpool, no team has scored more. Newcastle and Tottenham, as we mentioned there, at the top of the list. And Arsenal up there as well at Brighton. I'm gravitating towards BTTS for that game. Let's just take a look at the odds first, and then we'll take a look at the data because... yeah, Arsenal, this is a game I can see them just going and getting the job done, you know. So Brighton, 4.1 for the victory, as you might expect. Arsenal favourites for this game. BTTS, 1.66. Let me know what you think about that one. Over 2.5 goals, 1.8. I tell you what, let's take a look. So across the last 5 games, Arsenal scoring 2 goals per game, conceding just 3. Across the last 6, Brighton scoring a little bit more, but Brighton's form at the moment isn't great, is it? No win since the end of November. They beat City, they beat Bournemouth, 2 very good victories, and then they haven't won since. But the goals, incidentally, have not dried up. At home, they have scored in the majority of games, and they've lost just once. Incidentally, at home, they have lost just once. So for me, I know Arsenal are great at not conceding, clean sheets and all that. I know they're great, but away from home, they have conceded in the majority of games. They've conceded in all games apart from the opening 2 games, which is quite interesting. I think if there are goals in this game, there will be a winner. So actually, looking at the odds here, 1.6 or 1.8, I'm going to go over 2.5 goals at 1.8. This gets us to 3.15, and that is my double for Saturday's games. I will be posting more on the Discord, so feel free to join there, oddalerts.com/Discord. And I do have a few more selections from Discord, so let's show them before we then go to do Man versus Machine. So this is my double: Wrexham, Peterborough BTTS, and Brighton Arsenal. Over 2.5 goals. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments, because any comment is automatically entered into a draw to win OddAlerts Pro. Another one from S. He's been very busy. I'm very thankful. Super boost here on Bet365, and it is for the Spurs game, 1.3 up to 2, and I imagine there is a max bet for that. And he wasn't done because he shared another one here from India, FC Goa, unbeaten away from home this season. They've won 3, drawn 3. BTTS landing in 4 out of 6. Odisha have only been defeated once at home, and that was in the opening game of the season. The last 4 head-to-heads have seen BTTS land, and he's going with the away win or draw and BTTS 2.15. Feel free to check out the data on the website for that, and thank you again, S, for this. And I love the effort that's gone into the picture that posted with it as well. Absolutely fantastic. And in the player section of the Discord, we have a player pick goal at any time for Baris Yilmaz. 4 goals in his last 4 games and 10 shots on target. Galatasaray, heavy favourites, 1.3 as they usually are. Odds projecting them to score 3 or more goals. I like that. I like that he's used the odds to just gauge how many goals are expected to score and then look at players. That's a nice angle. And he says great spot for Yilmaz to deliver again, 2.62. So now let's move to the bet slip generator and do man versus machine. So this is the bet slip generator for man versus machine. I've put in the target odds 3.15, which is what our selection is. We've got BTTS here. We've got over 2.5 goals here, and we are just going to select the same markets. I've toned it down a little bit, put it to 60% because with over 2.5 goals, as we saw, we were filtering for what were we filtering for before? 65% was it? And you didn't get too many games. So here we are then. We're looking at value bets only, so it's going to limit the number of games, but we still get games, of course. We've got games here from Scotland, 3 p.m, and then Brazilian Sao Paulo Cup. I think we saw that one on our shortlist. You can check that in the pinned comment. And we get quite a few games here, to be fair. Not too many BTTS value bets at the moment, it seems, coming through. We've got one from Turkey, 10:30 a.m. here. I'm quite liking the look of this one. It is a non-league double, Macclesfield against Worksop Town, and then Bamber Bridge Whitby. Both value bets, both over 2.5 goals. We've got a good mix here, and obviously the highest odds would be better to match our own selection. So let's go with this one from the top of the pile. Of course, this is 34% value, and it is Lossmouth against Forest Mechanics and Cefa under 20 against Estrella Di Marco under 20 as well, and that is 4 p.m. So 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. This is the pick from the machine. And let's see who wins this week. And of course, if you want to win OddAlerts Pro and win access to these tools, the quick filters, value betting, automated alerts, a lot more, just check out the Pro page, but also comment down below. 500 likes and I'll be back here tomorrow morning as well. Thank you for watching, and Happy New Year once more. I will see you in the next one.